Kelly, welcome back. Always great for you to bring your films here to TIFF. It must be special for you to keep coming back here.
It's nice. It's a good part of the routine. I'm especially fond of the secret swimming pool in my hotel room. Is that wrong?
That's not wrong at all.
But yeah,
it's good. This is wonderful. I love the three separate stories. I really got kind of very drawn into all the different women, and well, being a woman, I mean, I completely related, I think, to each one on a different level. But what was it? I know it's based on some short stories. What was it that caught your eye and you thought you wanted to kind of tell the story?
The short stories are by Maile Meloy, and I think just the way she was interested in the sort of small politics of the day-to-day life and people's struggles, and the people are all really grounded into the places they're from. So that was the story that Michelle Williams is in. Didn't actually, in the beginning, I was sort of, I wonder why she included that story. That doesn't really seem about much. And then it really was one of the stories. It really stuck with me, that story, and so and ended up being the ones I really wanted. So, but I guess just there's something about them that I thought, especially with the Fuller Laura Dern story, that felt really kind of the moment then and now really feels of the moment, just a sort of this character not being able to sort of, who's at a stage in his life that's in his well into his 50s, and not in realizing for the first time that the system might not work for him, and kind of can't get a hold of that idea, and yeah, so it's and then just sort of, I guess, new approaches of the West, the sort of the new kind of conquering, who's conquering what, and the which goes into Michelle's Sandstone story there. Yeah, there's a lot in each of them, and there was she let me sort of work with different stories, and so till I could find a way to bring them together.
Yeah.
And so,
well, let's just start with the casting. Of course, Michelle. I mean, you work with her so much. She just keeps getting better and better. Like,
I know,
wow, when you look back at how she started in Little Dawson's Creek show, and now look at her, she's just such a seasoned actor.
She is.
How has she grown in your eyes?
Because we didn't work together for a little while, I was taken by how she's so confident now in what she's doing. She was always great, but she used to question some of her and in this film she just seems so, she's always open to whatever you have to say to her. She's always been able to, she's just like, what do you got? What do you you don't have to beat around any bushes. What is it? But she just, I don't know, there's a kind of, she seemed so in her zone in a way, and so, yeah, she just felt so confident to me. I was like, oh.
Yeah, and she really prepares too, doesn't she? She over-researches sometimes, I think.
Yeah, but she's really open. One of the things I really like about her is that she'll search as she's going. She doesn't come with some clamped down idea. She is really open to, depending on what the person she's acting with is doing. And like I remember when Renee they started talking about the history of his brother in the Sandstone, afterwards she was just like, he did it in a way that was sort of different than she had anticipated, and she was like, whoa, I have to hold on a second, I want to rethink this, because he was really, it's very moving when he starts talking about, and she went first, and she was like, I think we should redo me, because she's like, I'm feeling I'm not responding properly to how he put it forth, but I didn't want her to do it again. I thought, that it was a funny kind of, like, it got right to the point. Like, yeah, you missed it, and that could work.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. She's so there. She really is, like Manchester.
I've got to take a drink of water. Is it okay?
Oh, please.
Sorry.
Do you have some water?
No. But I can. There's some Pellegrino over here. Is this somebody's?
Okay. I don't know whose it is, but go for it.
Come on. How bad could it be?
Yeah, just go for it. Yeah, they didn't. We just came up here.
I don't know. I took some aspirin from a complete stranger in an unmarked bottle last night in the elevator. I was so desperate. How bad could drinking someone else's water be? Right? Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, no
Sorry
problem.
about that.
No, of course, that's okay. And then and then Laura Dern, who just plays it like. It's frustrating. It's a frustrating character that she's playing. You know, she's so good too.
She's really good. Yeah, she's. Boy, she really sees all the details and things, and I'd be like, oh, there's something a little off. There's a dead spot, and she'd be like, yes, it's here, and she's just like, oh yeah, that's true, that's right. She's super smart, and she's funny, and so she's a super physical actress. So it was. That was a pleasure. That was for a long time. I'd wanted. I'm just such a fan of hers, and
she did a great job in that. And then Kristen, like we were saying, she's just such a it's such a kind of, I don't want to say nothing role. It's not a nothing role, but it's a low key role for her.
It's not a nothing role, and I really appreciated that. Like sometimes you have this feeling about a character that is not the page count of whatever, and actors will say, it's too small a role. Kristen never even, for one, she didn't even blink. She was just like, oh yeah, tell me when to come, and it was never a conversation with her that somehow it wasn't enough, enough whatever, because the presence of it's not her story, but her presence has such ramifications, and but if you're just like sort of doing a page count or whatever, or in fairness, some actors maybe need more time to get to, but it was a non-issue, which was pretty. Yeah,
no, she brought a lot to it.
Great,
she really did.
I think so. I think it's a really important role in the film. Yeah.
And then finding Lily. Lily's amazing.
Lily's a big find. Yeah. I mean, she is. I want to give credit to something we have in common is this. We're fans of this writer, James Welsh. But she's in. I want to be able to say it. I always want to say Winter's Bone, which is not right. It's Winter in the Blood. Yeah, Winter in the Blood. Gosh, yes, she's in Winter of the Blood, and that's and she gives a very fine performance. So it's not like I plucked Lily out of nowhere, but it felt that way, sort of. But yeah. Yeah,
but I think she really shines in this one. She really does.
She put herself on tape and, went and like put a cast on her arm and went and shot, didn't like, people send in casting tapes, they sit in a chair. She went to a location and got someone to film it. Like she really went all out and sent in this really kind of amazing the tape that showed like someone with really interesting instincts.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she's really fantastic. I want to ask something. You've been called the quietest of great American filmmakers. What do you make of that statement?
The quietest of, I don't know. I don't know.
I think it really describes you. Like your stuff, I love your stuff.
Yeah, thanks.
But it's so, it's just so thought out. It's so beautiful to watch.
Oh,
and
thanks.
I think that you have fans for a reason. They love your stuff so much. Every time I say I'm going to talk to Kelly Reichardt, they're like, "You are like you've got a lot of fans out there."
Nice.
But what is it about your style, like, that you just always stick to the same? It's great.
One trick pony. No, I
know.
Yeah, but yeah. I think some of it is the writing that I'm drawn to. I think some of John Raymond and Maile Meloy both. In their writing, there's space there's room to, I think the things that, the sort of big moments in their storytelling are very much in between the dialogue, and that's sort of what I like as a filmmaker, that the, you know, that the frame and how someone moves through a frame, and that's really where you can sort of tell a story, or how the cut works, or something like, you know, just that it's that it happens in between, I guess, the lines a little bit. And so yeah, and I like watching people just sort of in their process of whatever they're doing, you know.
Well, also, it's very real, like very real life, you know, the way people kind of are. I think that's how you tell your stories.
Yeah, I think there's I mean, everything's faster all the time, and it doesn't feel like a natural rhythm to me. So the idea that I'm, you know, that things are happening in this other, you know, it's a pace that I feel this pull towards the speed of things. It really feels almost like when you are someplace and you just, with the amount of advertising you're being hit with at all times, you know, I really feel like there's something that's directing the speed of our lives that maybe isn't great for us, you know, and I want to sort of tug on the other side and try to, like, we're not going that fast.
Exactly. I think it's great. Yeah, we need to slow down, you know, enjoy this movie. And I love that you do that. I really do. I just appreciate that so much.